Bonjour or bonsoir, everyone. We're already going. I guess Aiden is being stupid. But welcome to our Lizit, or however you say it. It's Speed Grand Prix here in France. This is Circuit Pole Ricard in about, I think it's northern France. We're getting ready for, or going for the formation lap. It is going to be a standing start, by the way. I am Nas. We're already getting off to a great start. I'm joined with Nappa, and our streamer is Honey for today's Kart 2000 race. Nappa, what are you most excited for this race?
Um, I don't know. Probably like the two wide racing. Oh yeah, I like seeing side
Wait,
by side action in kart.
we did see a little bit of testing earlier today. I was joining in the race, and you can really cut these corners. You drivers are going to be pushing for the maximum limit to find all of those corner cuts, like those limits. But if you do hit those, it is about a 10-second loss, so you're going to have to watch those. But I think let's just get through the grid during this formation lap. It is going to be a very, very long formation lap. But starting on pole is the number 8. That is Billy. He is currently. Let me pull up the points. Uh, Alright, give me a second. He is currently not on points, so this is his first race. We've only had 2 races. Starting second is DJ in the number 12. Target inspired livery, kind of Lightning McQueen going on right here. He is currently 16th with 2 points. Starting third is Dino Guy, the fastest car doing testing today. He's in the 45 custom made Red Bull car. That's a nice livery. He is currently second in points. He's gonna have a good points day today because Anthony is. He actually nope, never mind. He is here. He's about 3 positions back. But yeah, Billy is moving on because then we're gonna have to hurry this up. Kimi starting P4 in the number 32. Then we have Aiden P5 in the number 99. Then we have Anthony P6. Then we have Sub P7 in the number 11. Anthony is in the number 14. I forgot to say that. Then we have Printed starting. Where was it? I already lost my count. Printed in P8. That is the number 9 target car. Then we have the block scene going very slowly. In the number 1, I don't know what's happening. He might have hit a CC. We're gonna have to double check, but he is in the number 1 target car. Then Ryder is after that. He's in P10 in the number 7 Miller Lite. Then rounding out the field is Discharge. He had no practice earlier, but he is the teammate, well, unofficial teammate to Dino in the number 75 Red Bull car. Also, the same livery, looking nice and sharp. But Billy is coming around the last couple of turns. And we're gonna get this grid filled out. It is going to be a standing start, as I said before. So we're gonna have to wait for that to happen. But it sounds like we are having some technical difficulties with the audio. Maybe.
Not on.
So we're waiting on the rest of the field to get going. Just the rest of the field getting ready to watch for next turn. always say this, only 6 or 7 laps I'm on this track until here. And they're out. We're green. DJ looking on the inside. Here comes Dino. Billy just turns in on Dino. They're both off. Billy might have a slowdown. No, he's good, but DJ does have a one. He's around 2 cars around in the back. They're trying to scout a good thing that there's a lot of room on this track. That's Kimi and DJ. Ryder also has a pack, but Dino on the outside. Fastest guy doing testing. Here comes Printed, but really back to the lead. Oh, Dino has a slowdown. He's gonna have a lot of pitching up. Here comes the entire pack. But I'm looking on Billy. It's Billy Printed and down the back straight. Here comes conservative doors moving on to the lead. Side by side in the back, that's 8. Sub, they get it. DJ past Kimi. But Boxian, he got a slowdown. He was sub side by side ahead of them. Anthony and DJ. DJ able to get ahead. But this short will leave, but he gets so is sub side by side for the lead. But on the inside, Billy was really ahead on the outside. He's able to get clear for turn 1, lap 2 on the books. Lap 1 in the books. Billy able to pull away. Here comes Discharge around the outside. Side by side. Diving in there becomes sub past Manada and Kimi. But looking farther ahead, this truck making a little bit of contact. He's able to pull ahead. DJ's wide. Four-car pack for about P5. Sub looking to the inside. Here comes Kimi and Anthony. Kimi proven to be strong around this pack. He's going to go take it 3 wide. Where will Anthony go? He's going to follow Kimi on the inside. Side by side. On the back straight chicane. But looking ahead, Printed and Discharge still battling. But 3 wide in the back. Oh, he gets pushed off by Sub. That's good, but looking Discharge, DJ all battling, but 3 wide actually in the back. Anthony's gonna have to back off. That's 780 going at it, side by side into this flat corner right here. Going to do it good. Dino trying to get back together. Nice little flip back from Aiden, but Sub battling back side by side. But here comes Dino around Anthony. Dino, one of the fastest, but Printed, he might have been wide. Discharge, he's almost gonna get there side by side, second to last corner. Here comes DJ. DJ might That set him up for a good run off the final exit. Here he comes. Quint is going to go wide. Looking in the back, there's a lot of cars back there. But DJ in this one, side by side, down the front straightaway. Trying to chase down Billy, who has a 2-second lead. Discharge is going to let him through. Kimi trying to catch them, but 3 wide in the back going into turn 1. That's Aiden in the middle. Sub backs off. Dino on the outside. Dino able to get through. But now we're going to have to start concerning about tire wear. Currently our leader is on 68%. Discharge looking to the inside. I think Quinton has a slowdown. Yes, he does. Might drop him behind this entire pack. Aiden and Anthony going at it. Here comes Sub on Aiden. Gonna get to the inside. The back, but DJ's gonna get around Billy on the back street chicane, but Billy's gonna fight back on the inside. He's gonna try and push him wide, maybe get that crossover. He does, but they make contact. They're both off the track. They both might have slowdowns, and they do. That's gonna get discharged huge. And they are going to be probably about 8 and 9 back here with discharge. A big lead, probably about 4 or 5 seconds. But there's a battle back here. That's Anthony, Aiden, Sub, and Printed all battling right here. All trying to chase down Dino, who's trying to get back to the lead. But soon enough, DJ and Bully will catch up to this battle. Sub's going to try and get it to the inside. He's not going to make it, but Aiden goes wide. Sub Printed. They're going to be 3 wide, maybe 4 wide if Anthony wants to go for it. Side by side. Sub with the advantage. Here comes Printed, but Aiden on the outside. Gets split 3 wide. That's a huge slowdown. He's almost stopped on track. Not going to be good for Anthony, but Sub battling this entire race. Side by side into turn 1. Sub's going to have to take DJ only half a lap later, already getting back to this pack. Gonna try and make quick work of them. Oh, but DJ, he gets a slow down. That's not going to be good for him, as he's going to try and catch Discharge, who is getting run down a little bit by Kimi and Dino after they were able to get away from this 3-car battle of Sub, Quinted, and Aiden. Building the next car to fight, but they're almost bump drafting. Quinted almost getting a bump from Sub. Sub trying to go on the outside. Shades of turn 1 all over again. Billy gonna join this battle. Putting Sub side by side with Roxy and right all the way on. But looking further ahead, it's Aiden. Trying to look on the inside. But Kimi and Dino fighting up there. Trying to catch up to Discharge. Dino is going to get the position, but Kimi might look for the switch over. He might get there. He's going to be on the outside for the next corner. I think Dino might be clear, but Kimi might get the run off the corner. Dino currently holding the fastest lap. Aiden back there getting pushed up by Sub. Aggressive fighting. We'll start figuring out their tire strategy. Might want to hit earlier. Aiden. Printed. He's gonna have a run on them. Maybe look on the inside. Yes, he does. 3 wide, all the way to the bottom. Might not have the run, but he's gonna stick. Aiden's gonna back out. Sub gonna look for the crossover, and both of them go Printed. Even though he got first in the corner, he's third, and maybe looking to get back into 7th. Billy on the inside. Battle being intense. Aiden's gonna get past Emo. It looks like every single time that the driver gets the other driver is just able to set them up in the next corner. And this is gonna be that's a cluster of cars going down the back straightaway. No, that's Sub holding the lead of this 4-car battle. DJ looking ahead. Maybe going to get a 5-car battle soon. Bully is going to start backing off. He doesn't want to get any unnecessary contact or maybe even spin out. Maybe get a slowdown even. But Aiden, not a good section of corners. But here comes Printed around. That's for P4. Aiden and Billy are going to be side by side. Printed still holding P4 ahead of Sub. On the outside. Slow down. They've been so focused on the 4-car battle 3 wide. Sub might push them off like he's done almost every single lap that we've seen. Oh, the Bloxy has to slow down back there. DJ trying to get around Anthony, I think he does. Kimi down pit lane. Aiden coming down pit lane. Now we're gonna hand it off to Napa. Well, I don't think he's here, but we're gonna look. Here's Kimi down pit road. They're gonna be the first cars down pit road. They're gonna have new tires. DJ also gonna join them. It's gonna be interesting obviously they took 4 tires, but I wonder how much fuel they took because fuel does not wear that much rider also down pit lane. Billy is able to get past Sub and Printed. Hopefully start building a gap on them. But this is the point where the race is going to start to calm down when people start making the pit strategies. And hopefully they will set themselves up for the remainder of the race because we still have circuit fully card. This charge is still your leader down the back straight. Chicane, but Dino is catching up. The 4 cars pitted that time by. We're gonna look. Sub lost out to Billy and Printed. I think he got a slowdown off the exit. As unfortunately Napa does have to leave. So it's just gonna be me and Honey sometimes. Might be joining me sometimes. Maybe. Of the race. Kimi and Robloxian going at it. The long right-hander. Robloxian didn't hit Kimi. Might get the switch back, and he does. Beautiful move by Kimi. Discharge. Billy Printed. That's Sub Anthony all on pit mode. Where's Kimi gonna come out? Robloxian is gonna join him. There's Aiden. discharge out of pit lane, but still Dino's now able to do the only car to stay out. Will he blow a tire? For discharge, maybe 2-second advantage between him and Kimi.
Oh! DJ's upside down! God. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Kimi got a good run into the first left-hander, but a bad right-hander exit.
Kimmy, or not Kimmy, sorry. DJ is still upside down on track, but away from.
So we do have DJ upside down.
But he's away from the.
And we do have a caution on the track.
Why didn't he pack up?
So DJ is out of the race now, but Dino is in the race. Dino's in the lead as well. So the rest of the field is going to catch up to Dino and the leaders. We do have a couple cars down the back straightaway. That's where Bloxy and Ryder. I do not believe pits open during cautions. I don't believe that happens. But we should be able to go green next time. It is going to be interesting on when Dino does choose to restart. When to go on the restart. Will we go before the last corner? Because it is just a mad dash into apparently
Alright, we're gonna wear from race control that it's green this time.
yeah, they're gonna be green this time. Dino in the lead. I did ask race control for the clip. I do believe we are going to have DJ join the booth for the rest of the race. So we're going to have another commentator. Never mind, he left the game. Alright, coming to the green. Dino. I'm gonna go through the field real quick. Dino's in P1, followed by Discharge, Kimi, Aiden, Billy. Sub, Printed, Anthony, Robloxing, and Ryder holding out the last spot in P10. The restart zone is from the last corner all the way to the first grid spot. So we're gonna wait until he gets there. Maybe he goes in the beginning because draft is really strong. So maybe he wants to get that jump. And the second to last corner. Now out of the final corner, we're just gonna wait until Dino goes, and I think he's going, and we have a lot of cars going wide. That's what Bloxing overtaking off the track. That's 4 wide, but Dino's gonna lead us back to the green. District with a good run to the inside. It is a Red Bull 1-2. Discharge to the inside of Dino. Here comes Kimi looking for a little bit of look, but there's no room. But Kimi all the way to the inside. And to the lead, but Bloxing's gonna have a slowdown right in front of the field. That's Sub in the air, Discharge. May be able to help Dino catch up to Kimi. Pack 3 wide, Dino on the inside, Discharge, and then 8 on the outside. To the back straightaway, about a 6-car pack. A little bit of gap between P3 and P4. Discharge trying to look on the inside. I mean on the outside of Dino. Dino trying to look to the inside, but Kimi's gonna cut across the track. Here comes Aiden, here comes Sub, Billy. Dino slowing down. He just doesn't want to be involved. There's a lot of contact. Aiden trying to go around the outside for 3 wide. Kimi gets pushed off by Sub. Aiden's going to get pushed off by Kimi. Will slow down. Ryder all the way to the runoff. It's 3 wide for the lead. Rolling on the inside. Discharge on the outside. Maybe 4 wide. We haven't seen this so far. Kimi all the way around the outside. Amazing racing off the restart. So I'm gonna get in Kimi's dirty air going on the looking for the lead. Here comes Kimi, contact. He's sliding. Can he save it? Yes, he will. Back onto the track though. Contact with Sub. Here comes Discharge still with that DTP for speeding in the pit lane. Dino trying to catch back up after slowing down on the back straight. But Billy is loving this right now, all this battle, and here comes Discharge serving the DTP now. But I don't think he's gonna lose a lot of time just because of how much hit exit you can gain. Here comes Dino also. Oh, Dino has a flat tire. I don't know what's happening to Dino. I think he does have a flat. That car is sparking in the back. That's probably why we saw him. Down on the back straight, Blue and Printed still going at it even after the restart. But Billy, Kimi, and Anthony able to space out a little bit. I don't know what happened to Dino went into the pit lane with that flat tire. Luckily able to discharge only about maybe 7 to 10 seconds behind him. With Bloxy might have a slowdown, and he does. Aiden with Ryder trying to get around him. But Anthony and Kimi side by side down the back straightaway. I don't know where. I think Billy hit it. Yeah, he definitely hit a slowdown somewhere. So unlucky for him. So Anthony to the lead. Kimi trying to get it back into the chicane. Gonna have a good. He's gonna have a good exit right here because Anthony's off. He might be able to get the lead side by side. Here comes Printed and Sub trying to get to the fight. Maybe catch up to them. Billy also might bring discharge with him. But Henry holding the lead into this fast right here. Anthony's gonna look on the outside, not gonna get there. Good run through. Looking on the back of Kimi. Anthony, somewhat of a good one. Printed able to get past. Sub discharge. I think he has a slowdown. Yes, he does. In the back for P6. Trying to battle Billy for P5. And Anthony's just gonna run through Kimi. Might be able to bring Printed battling all the way in the back. That's Aiden and Ryder. Billy also slow again, just losing a lot of time in this lap. But Sub and Printed looking closer than ever. Sub might be looking for the pass. In the turn 4, not gonna look for it. It's a good idea to just sit behind Printed and just not battle and just catch up to Kimi and Anthony. Because those are P1 and P2. Printed gonna go a little bit wide. Sub looking for the overtake. They're gonna be side by side. In the back straight away. Printed, he's gonna have the draft. No, Anthony switches over. They're still side by side. Printed looking, trying to get ahead. Maybe side by side into the chicane. Printed with the better line. Anthony, not a good run. Here comes Printed right into the back of him. Sub also wide, but he has a good exit. Going to go to the outside for this right-hander. Maybe even get ahead of Printed. Printed looking the side drop. Not going to get there. Anthony going for the lead on Kimi, just stay behind him. Somewhat of a good one for Anthony onto the inside. Kimi looking for that crossover, and so does Printed, but Kimi doesn't get it well. Printed side by side with Sub for P3. Gonna have the inside. But he's gonna look for the outside now on the inside. Oh, I think Anthony, he does have a slowdown. No! Anthony from the lead, he has a slowdown that's gonna get Kimi, he's gonna be leading into turn 1. Printed trying to go on the outside, but he's gonna get a little loose. Still side by side through turns 1 and 2. Anthony with a discharge about 10 seconds behind, but Sub able to get past Printed. They have been battling, beating and banging all race, but now they're battling for P2 and P3 with their eyes set on P1 just ahead of them. But how long will Anthony and discharge? How long will it take for them to get up to the lead battle after both of them hitting slowdowns only a couple laps ago? But now we have to wonder about tire, where it's currently at 40%. Pitted 1 lap earlier than Printed, who's on 42%. Is Printed able to go a lap longer? It's about contact. That's Sub and Printed. Sub getting a little bit airborne. That's not going to be good for them. Trying to catch up to Kimi. Kimi building about a 1.5, 2 second gap into this flat right-hander. Still side by side, and there is a contact. That's avoidable contact. That is final warning. Next to avoidable contact warning is going to be a drive-through penalty, so Sub is going to have to watch for that. But it is surprising how late that has came after all the just contact and just being a banger, but that's put it wide. Sub's gonna get P2. He's gonna have his eyes set on Kimi now, but Printed. Maybe Sub is getting into his mind. Printed. Maybe get back. But how long will it take for Anthony Discharge to catch up to them? But into the final corner now, going to start lap 13 in the second. Good run from Sub and Printed off of the final corner. Anthony a little bit wide off of the final corner. Kimi still your leader, only about a 1.7 gap from second place, and it's a 7.5 second gap from P4. We're gonna have to watch that gap to see how it goes. Printed might. No, he's good. He was really close on getting the corner cut into turn 1. That would have been catastrophic for him. But we're going to have to see. They might be pitting in the next 2 or 3 laps, depending on how well they were able to manage their tires. They've been just battling this entire time, Printed all over the back of Sub's attenuator. Both of them go off, going to go into this right and then left-handed, going onto the back straightaway. Kimi is loving this. Just all this battling down for P2 and 3, now down the back straightaway. Side by side, Printed on the inside for this upcoming left-hander. But Sub does have better speed. Will Printed start to side draft? I think he just might have to let him go. File, and he does do that. Printed diving it on the inside. He's not going to get there. Sub, he's going to have a somewhat good exit. Printed in the draft, we're able to get there for the right-hander after this corner. We're going to have to look at the run. Kimi still holding the lead. We're going to have to look when he pits. He might want to pit sooner because when you hit 20%, your tire can go boom at any point. But Anthony in Discharge, what are their tire wears looking at? They're looking good. 15% more than what P2 and P3 are having. So I might see them go a lap later because you do lose about 8 to 10%. And you might just want to be safe. But Kimi on 22%, he might just want to play it safe because he is on the lead, but it does look he's going to go another lap. Here comes Printed. He's going to go down pit road. He's going to get that fresh tire wear. Great entry from him. Here comes Anthony also. Anthony's going to also join him. Anthony always only on 21%, so I guess Discharge has better tire wear because I think he did pit only 2 laps later. Here comes Ryder down pit lane, joining Printed and Anthony. For anyone at the back, with Robloxian, who's way far behind, only in the double right-hander. Maybe look at Aiden, who's coming up to pit road. But Printed and Anthony coming off of pit road. It looks like they're going to have Clean Air Rider coming out right behind, a little bit behind Aiden. No, that's not Aiden, that's Dino. One of our leading cars. But he did pit a little bit ago, so he is off strategy. But Kimi now on the back straightaway. Stub, after able to clear Printed, has been 16%. Sub on 19, so they are probably going to have to pit this time. Dino last pitted on lap 10 with Aiden on 12, and then Bloxy on lap 13. But Discharge, even after serving that drive-through penalty, still looking to get up to the lead. But we're just going to have to watch for Kimi. At any moment, this tire could just give out. Kimi is currently stressing by now. He's shaking in his boots. Into this long right-hander. We're gonna assume he's gonna be down pivot. Here comes Sub for the lead. Gonna have to watch this contact. He already has his final warning. One more warning, and it is the drive-through. So he is just gonna have to watch, but he is just running into the back of Kimi. We're gonna have to watch who is able to get that better finish. We're gonna have to watch for the one. Here comes Kimi. Here comes Sub. Kimi just blew his tire. He's just entering pit road. That is super lucky from Kimi. Any sooner, that could have been catastrophic. Wow, he just clipped through the wall. Oh, this might lose out time. He's gonna have to take that first or second pit box. That lost him a little bit of time, but it's discharge. Sub, Kimi, and Billy's gonna join them on pit road. We're gonna have to watch for the blend. That's Anthony and Printed battling side by side out of the corner, but Anthony's gonna hit another slowdown. Printed might have pinched him a little bit too much, but now we're gonna have to watch the blend. Here comes Dino. Printed. I don't know what's. I think he is slowing down for Anthony. I think he does feel bad. So, but a big pit party on the exit. Oh, and Printed drive-through penalty for forcing a driver into a corner cut. Even though we did try and give it back the position, Printed is gonna have to serve a DTP, but discharge able to come out right with Kimi, so he did get that 2 or 3 seconds that he was needing to catch up to Kimi, and that penalty is revoked because he did get the position back. So good on Printed. That's good. That's some good sportsmanship right there. But Sub holding the lead. That is discharge. Kimi P4 and P3. Dino Billy P4 and 5. Only about 2 or 3 seconds behind. Then Anthony behind that with Printed. So 1st through 7th all on the back straightaway right now. But discharge looking for the lead. Sub first time leading in a kart race. I do believe I'm leading for the first time in this race. But now we're gonna have to look for the points lead. Anthony currently in the lead, with Dino in second on the points. But 3, oh my god, 3 wanna just tagged back in, and we did Kimi to the lead. Discharge into P2. Discharge looking on the inside. He might just a little bit. Kimi's gonna cut him off. He's just here comes Sub all the way up to Kimi's rear attenuator. Kimi might go a little wide. Yes, he does. He's gonna have to rear join back on the track. Discharging. Sub side by side. Dino able to get past. Billy discharge looking on the inside of Kimi, but here comes Sub. He might be trying to go 3 wide. That's not a good idea coming into this final turn, even though it does widen up Dino down pit road. Down the front straight, Sub's gonna have a good exit. Kimi might be looking 3 wide down the front straightaway. Here we go. Into turn 1. Who's gonna back out? Looks like none of them are. Sub might be looking for the whatever you call it, but anyways. Sub, discharge Kimi, they all get through. Here comes Billy after that. After top, they're going 3 wide into turn 1. Discharge looking for the lead. And he's gonna get it. Sub might look for the crossover right here. He's not gonna get it. Discharge with a good run. And so did Sub. Kimi not with right behind him. So this is going to turn into a 4-car battle for the lead. Discharge goes to the left-hand side of the track. Sub is gonna follow him for that draft. Really look for a move. He's gonna have a good run. Looks to the inside, not to the outside. He's not gonna get it done. But maybe he looks for the inside dive bomb. A little bit of contact. Discharge gonna have a beautiful run off the corner. Will Kimi be able to capitalize? I don't think so. But even though he tried to go for the lead, but he wasn't able to make it sick. Discharge just able to power on the outside. Sub is definitely sending it into these corners, back going for position, hoping that the driver on the outside doesn't get that good of a run, but he might be a little wide. He's good. And here comes another dive on him, more contact. He's gonna have to be careful about this because of the final warning that he got. But Discharge still holding the lead. He might be playing that he gets out. Looking farther in the field, Dino just not able to get back up with the leaders even after the caution. Battling Aiden for a little bit, but Clinton and Anthony still going at it. But here comes Sub looking for the lead. Side by side into turn 1. Discharge on the inside, able to clear for turn 2. Emo gonna have to size it up again, but Billy able to get side by side with Kimi's gonna have the inside line for turn 4. Kimi's gonna have that inside line for turn 5, though if he is able to stay side by side, yes he is, just barely. But Billy is gonna go around the outside, make it clean, but a crossover by Kimi, absolutely beautiful right there. But Discharge trying to hold on to the lead. They built about a second and a half gap, maybe even 2 to P3 for Kimi, but side by side for them. Sub might be looking on that outside. He does drive it into the corners very well. A little bit of contact into the braking zone. Side by side, Sub able to hold around the outside, but will Discharge hold around the outside? Yes, he will. Discharge just not making it easy for Sub to get around him. But Kimi and Billy might be going side by side into this right-hander. Discharge trying to defend from Sub. He's just all over him. But Sub is going to go very off track. So does Kimi. So Discharge is going to have a little bit of breathing room, but he does go a little bit off track right there. Coming into the final corner, just over halfway into this race. So far been incredible, battling all up and down the field. But Sub looking for the lead. Discharge just putting it in the middle of the track. Good run by Discharge through the turn, left and right and left, turn 1, but caution on the track. It's Robloxian. Oh, but he's spinning. Hopefully it doesn't get into the wall. Into the outside wall. No damage. He's safe for now. Oh, it's only a local yellow, so. We don't know what's going to happen. Robloxian's still sideways, but he is going to jump out. I think he is just going to respawn because it was ring damage. So I think this is new, what they are implementing for road courses is local yellows. So we're able to get the action back on that side-by-side. Discharge and Sub both going off track. Here comes Billy looking for the lead, 3 wide, a lot of contact. Oh no, Kimi gets a slowdown. He would have had a good run going for the lead. He would have a good run, but no, he gets into that slowdown. It's going to be very hard for him to catch back up, but Billy back into the lead. our pole sitter. And then it's discharge P2 and sub P3. Discharge looking on the inside, not able to get there. But will this allow Billy to he's just gonna overdrive the track. I was about to say, will this allow Billy to start to pull away, but no, as I was saying, he just overdrives the track, discharges back into the lead, and put sub P2, an amazing drive by him. But Billy is gonna try and get back to the lead, roadblocksing into the pit. He is going to be a lap down now. Side by side from the lead. Discharge on the inside, just making it very hard for sub to get past and Billy. Not a good turn one. These tires are wearing fast. Maybe even one or two more pit stops left in this race, depending on how much they're able to save these tires. Down the back straight away. Discharge is going to have some breathing room, but Billy looking to the inside. He is going to back out and not push it. But all these guys have pitted on the same lap on the top three, but sub just pushing discharge through the chicane. Now he's going to be able to get side by side. Billy 2:19. That's a blistering lap from him. But he's gonna try and blister up into the lead. Side by side from P1 and 2. Can Billy try to just get them both? He might try and get a good run. Discharge getting a better run. And here comes Billy. Might even looking onto the inside. He's looking for the lead, almost getting there. Sub is just gonna drive through discharge. Here comes Billy. He's gonna push him off the track and take Billy up into the lead. Fastest driver on track into the best spot onto the track. Sub just pushing discharge off of the track. And a little bit of contact. That might be a slowdown. Yes, it is. That's gonna allow discharge and Billy to just battle out. Goodbye, sub. Some of the drivers might be saying good riddance. Only for a little bit. Kimi is going to have his eyes set on sub just for a little bit, but now it's discharge and Billy battling all the way up until the next pit cycle, which should only be in the next 2 to 4 laps, depending on how far they want to go on these tires. Discharge almost looking for a move. There's a move. Looking on the outside. But Billy just able to hold on to it. To get ahead of Billy into turn 8 and 9. Billy's gonna need a good exit, but discharge able to get a better one. That's Robloxian sub side by side. Robloxian a lap car. He's gonna have some work to do, trying to catch up to the leaders with discharge. Holding on to the lead. Robloxian looking for a move on P3. Might even looking to get up to P1 and 2, maybe to get his lap back through turn 11. but Discharge still able to hold on to the lead just a little bit off traffic. I mean, off track. Sub pushing Robloxian off the track. I wouldn't be surprised if race control is talking with Sub, trying to just get him a little cleaner or just get him just a straight drive-through penalty. Starting lap 21. Anthony into the pits, first taker of this pit cycle, currently on 15% tires. So now we're going to look through the rest of the field. Discharge currently on 28%. Billy on 25, so a 3% difference, but that's not going to make that big of a difference. They are going to pit at the same time. And we're going to look at, no, that's Discharge with the slowdown. That's going to give Billy a good shot to get some time up on Discharge. Maybe even Sub could get past Discharge. But that's catastrophic for Discharge this late in the race. Only about 1 or 2 more pit stops to go. You really don't want to be getting slowdowns this late in the race. But hopefully they're just going to beg for Billy to get one. This Sub is currently on 20% tires. But Bloxian almost taking it 3 wide into turn 8. He's going to think better of it. Sub and Discharge. Oh, that's what Bloxian with the slowdown. That's going to give Kimi is going to get past him. That's going to give some breathing room for Sub and Discharge to just battle it out and catch up to Billy. But we are going to look at them. Hopefully, they're going to pit this time. Maybe the rest of the field will pit this coming lap, and hopefully none of them blow a tire. Oh my God, English is really working today. Billy through turn 12 and on the 13th. There's Sub trying to look to the inside. Discharge is going to go way off. Well, that might be another slowdown from Discharge. That's going to lose him a lot of time. There goes Billy into pit road. Kimi's going to get past him for P3. There goes Sub. Kimi, he's also going to come back in. Here comes Discharge. Robloxian. Man, he's going to block Discharge. There goes Robloxian. A miscommunication right there. Robloxian is going to get a slowdown. Here comes Dino. The entirety of the top 6 coming down pit road. We're going to have to look for Quinted. But we're going to have to look on what race control is going to decide on that. Have to look for that. Kimi able to get ahead of Sub. Dono gonna get released. So does Discharge. Here's Anthony. But Billy is gone. Oh my God. I think he might have only took 1 can of gas while everyone else took 2 cans. That saved him a lot of time. 3 corners ahead at this point, so just they're gonna have to hope for a safety car to catch up to Billy, or just have to be on pure pace. Maybe hope Billy just hits a slowdown, but Billy, I think he's gonna have to. He's just gonna play it safe. He has a huge lead right now. So I don't see a reason for him to just try and go for the fastest lap at this point, because he already has it. But Sub able to get past Kimi, and Ryder says he's stuck on pit road. I don't think that is going to be a caution though. I think they're just going to have Ryder just respawn. Oh, and he's not. False alarm from Ryder. I think he did have a front right tire go down. But right now, this is Billy's race to lose now. Kimi was able to get past Sub for P2, but Sub looking on the inside. He's not going to get there. Can Anthony Dino Discharge get into this P2 battle? Hopefully get on the podium. Positions. Here comes Dino. A great comeback right now. Well, the other drivers just came back to him. Discharge with a huge run on Anthony. Dino's able to get past them both. Up into P4 for Dino. Highest position he's been in a while. The Discharge side by side. Coming into turn 1. Discharge able to hold on to that position. Only a 14.4 second lead over second and 21 seconds over 4th place. So this is going to be an uphill battle for the entire field. But currently 15 to go. I don't think they can even make it on one stop. But it is going to be, actually no, I think they definitely can. But it is going to be close for them. Ryder currently looking in a great spot right now, but he is a long way back. Anthony McDonough going side by side with Bloxy and has to slow down in turn 9. 4-car battle right here. Anthony able to get past Dino. Kimi and Sub going side by side into turn 10. Sub gonna look for the inside in turn 11. I don't think he's gonna get there. Oh, he might be looking for it to the inside. He's gonna get a slowdown. He's gonna slow down Kimi also. That's not. Worst case scenario for Sub. Here comes 4 drivers. Say goodbye. And now he's going to be right behind his favorite person, Anthony in Discharge, pulling wide. But we saw it earlier in the race, the earlier stages. Oh, and there goes Dino all the way up into the air. Wow. That could have been catastrophic. Here comes Printed down pit lane. Discharge trying to get a move on Anthony. Anthony going to cross him over. Anthony, good run off of turn 15. Gonna go side by side with him, with Dino. Anthony able to get past Dino before turn 1. Dino not gonna contest it. Robloxian all the way off the track. Robloxian just having a Sunday drive at this point. On a Thursday night. Dino just slams into the back of Anthony, trying to go for P3, but he's not going to get there. Anthony going to give him a hip check. Here comes Discharge, all the way just blasting through into P3, but no, he gets a slowdown. That was too good to be true for Discharge. Third slowdown in about like 4 to 5-ish laps. Not good for him. But Billy, he's putting 5 seconds over the last lap or two, so it looks like this is going to be Billy's race to lose right now. But the battle is going to be on for P2. Dino has his sights on it, but he's going to be battling with Sub and Anthony for it. 4 cars, only 2 podium positions available within reach unless Billy just has a catastrophic issue. Maybe he hits that curb bump that we saw Dino hit the last lap. But Sub able to get past Dino into turn inside to get there. for that double apex. Anthony with a beautiful run off the corner. Going up to the inside of Dino. Dino's going to try and look for that switchback. Anthony, good run. But there goes Sub into the slowdown. That's going to be P6. Right. That's going to be P6 for him. He's going to lose a lot of time. Maybe. But Anthony able to build a little bit of a gap between him and Dino right now. But Discharge able to get past Sub Printed. Only about 5-ish seconds behind him. Now exiting the final corner. Kimi was actually able to get 2 seconds out of Billy's lead, but he's gonna need to do that every single lap and a little bit more, just to able to have the chance to pass him. But Dino currently has his sets on Anthony, a little wide from Anthony right there, but has a good run out of turn 6 down to turn 7, down the back straightaway. Good run into turn 8. Really close by Anthony, and there it is! I was about to say that was really close for Anthony on track limits, and then he just got it. Put Dino P3 right now. We're gonna have to watch where he joins up with Discharge. Might be right there with him. Yeah, he is. Maybe Discharge gonna able to get side by side with Anthony into turn 10. Yes, he is around the outside. Clear into turn 11. Really tight line by Discharge right there. Oh, Dino has an issue. Battling with Discharge. No, he doesn't. He's good. But Ryder becomes the next car to become a lap down. Gonna let Ryder through Printed. No, that's what blocks him. Down on the pit lane. The 2 Red Bull cars going side by side down the front straightaway. In to turn 1. Discharge able to get a little bit in front, but Dino able to get to his inside. Gonna be on the inside for turn 3. No, he's not. Discharge able to go around the outside now to turn 4. Discharge looking on the outside. I mean, that's Dino looking for the outside, maybe looking for that crossover right here. Good exit for the both of them down the back straightaway. A little bit of slow car. Slow car gonna be in the way. But Dino in the draft. Looking for P3 and the last podium positions, looking on the inside. How will Ryder play an effect to this battle? Dino, good braking zone, but they're both off. Dino just pushing Discharge off the track. Discharge gonna push him off the track and into a slowdown. That might be a penalty for Discharge if he doesn't give it up. Sub passing Dino. How will race control say about this? This might be a drive-through penalty for Discharge all the way down to P6 for Dino. He's gonna have to give that all. He's gonna have to get that all back. Discharge holding P3 for now. We're gonna have to wait for race control and their decision on this. But Sub battling battling back up into P4, has his eyes set on P3 right now. Ryder battling with P3. Robloxian's still on pit road right now. Ryder trying to battle with discharge right here. Not able to get it discharged. Able to put a little bit of a gap on Ryder. And hopefully put a little bit of a gap on Sub. Heading into the next pit cycle. I'm gonna have to look on tires a little later. Out of turn 9, 32% tires, maybe able to go 1 or 2 more laps. But I think they are going to have to actually pit again. I thought they were originally safe, but I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see anyone pit this time. Maybe we're going to have to look on that next time. Sub very, very wide. Able to avoid the slowdown. The race control is going to call a penalty for discharge, so I think he just got scotch-free basically. So Dyno's not going to be happy with that one. Ryder looking on the inside. Almost not getting there. Discharge able to pull out. Ryder is going to have a slowdown. Hopefully they get out of the way for Sub. Sitting in the middle of the track. Sub able to get around it, but now there's no car separating Discharge and Sub. That's for the final position, but Ryder's right in front of Dyno. Will he be able to move him out of the way? A little bit of a hip check from Ryder. Dyno giving him one back. Side by side, there goes Sub into pit lane. There goes Kimi also, and Dyno. So 3 cars, well, technically 4. Robloxian has been on pit road for the past 3-ish laps, but Kimi able to get off of pit road with 10 laps to go. I don't think he's going to be safe though. But now we're just going to have to look at Billy. He's most likely coming out of pit lane this time. But now we're just going to have to wonder how close. It's at 21% right now. Well, hopefully his tire doesn't give out immediately. If it does, that would be catastrophic for him. Currently a 32-second lead right now. 18.5%. Just waiting on Bowie. Hopefully he's able to get back to pit lane without any tire issues. Hopefully discharge the same. He's on 19%. Oh, Ryder, wow, he just goes way off track into the runoff. But it looks like Billy is going to get away free for now. Oh, that's Sub and Dyno DTPs for speeding violations. Here comes Billy down pit lane. No tire issues. 14%. Here comes Discharge, currently 18% also. The only thing probably standing in between Billy and this win is a tire issue or a drive-through penalty. or maybe even 2 slowdowns. Here comes discharge. Into pit lane, safely into pit lane. I think Blockchain is back. Billy out of pit lane. Kimi is going to inherit his P2 back. Here comes Dino and Ryder. Ryder almost gets up into the pit wall. Almost flipping over it. Here comes Ryder. Down pit lane. He's... what? I don't know what Ryder is doing. He was trying to get up on a podium, but Dino serves his I don't know. Ryder says he's gonna be back with 1 to go. Bubble's not gonna be happy with that one. I wouldn't be surprised if Ryder gets disqualified, knowing Bubble. Dino, another speeding violation that there's printed turn 6 slowdown, but Dino just ruining his race after what to seem a perfect start, gonna get blocked, gonna get slowed down by, well, there's shocking news. I knew that was gonna be a speeding violation from Ryder, I was gonna say it. But Dino's gonna have another drive-through penalty, just ruining his race. But discharge actually able... no. Well, this is the race that I thought we would see when we were talking about this in pre-race, just a spread out field right now. But Dino and Printed still going at it. Most likely for P6. Printed gonna have to pit soon, currently on 31% tires. Sub. He still has that DTP. There he goes down pit lane. There goes Dino. Dino also getting a little loose. Oh, just slamming it to pit road. Gaining as much time on Sub. Surprisingly, not getting damage right there. That would be sad. But he probably saved 2 or 3 seconds on Sub. So I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. There goes Billy down the back straight away. Dino might be looking to get past Sub for P4? P5, I think. But Billy into turn 11, just taking a sweet time around Circuit Paul Ricard here in France. There's Kimi through turn 10. They could almost wave at each other. Kimi putting on a good point stay. Hopefully that's gonna boost him up into this points battle just a little bit. Currently gonna get 17 points, putting him right up with Soup. But Dino and Sub battling it out for P5. I'm gonna have to wait for the ticker to update to see what position they're in. But Quinton might be coming down pit lane this time. Only on 18% tires. But Dino and Sub just still going at it. Dino's just gonna push him right off the track into a slowdown. That's most likely gonna be a penalty. That's gonna be Dino's third penalty. That was just a horrible move by Dino. There goes Quinton into pit lane, slamming the pit wall. 9% tires. If that's not a penalty, then so currently I am in the works of sending our race control a clip or so the clip has been sent, so any second now we might see a decision on that, but it is a clear-cut DTP with my prior experience as the old race control. But if something has happened, I am sorry that I have missed it, but Discharge and Kimi getting closer together with only 7 to go. But it also doesn't look like they can make it on tires. Others, printed slow off of a slowdown. And Dino has been disqualified. I forgot about the DTP limit. In kart, there is a 3 DTP limit. So Dino just got his 3rd one. So there, everyone say goodbye to Dino. He has been disqualified from this race. 2 speeding violations and then a forcing a driver into a CC. So Dino is most likely going to pull it off of the track some point or just go into pit lane. So that is going to promote Sub up into P4. But now we're going to look at Kimi versus Discharge. The battle brewing up a little bit. Kimi gonna try and hold on to P2, but Kimi's just been off of the pace recently. Losing 8 seconds since the last pit stop. Well, more like 6. Six or 7 seconds. But here comes Kimi. Here comes Discharge on the back of Kimi's attenuator. Might be looking to move into turn 14, maybe setting it up for turn 15. The final corner, good run. He's just gonna try, and he misses a little bit of the corner. Hard corner. It's a hard corner to hit the apex, the final one. But Discharge gonna get in the draft, maybe set up a pass into turn 3 or 4. Get a good run at the turn out of turn 1. Into turn 1 they go. Good run for Discharge. He might be listening to the stream. Discharge gonna look to the inside into turn 3. Picture perfect move by Discharge up into P2. But not so fast. Here comes Kimi. He's a hard fighter this one. To be a good defender, and you can see it right there. Just able to push Kimi, and they're both wide. Fire's definitely catching up to them. So it looks like Sub and Anthony going to go at it. Dino's down pit road. There's race over. Disqualified for Dino. Able to get past Kimi for P2. Anthony trying to catch up to Emo. Jesus. Trying to catch up to Sub for P4. But it looks like Quinton and Aiden. Type what? I've never. Huh? I can't. Oh. I can't. Oh. Gimmy's down pit lane. Oh, I guess what? Artist is qualified for saying I'm getting him back. Oh, but blocks and stuff on pit lane. He's gonna pull out right in front of Kimi. Kimi's gonna make his final stop. Anthony's catching up to Sub. Sub off track. Here comes Anthony battling with him. Oh my god, my head hurts. I'm laughing. Typing violation. Oh my god. Alright, Anthony on the back of Sub. We're gonna look at Bullies. Maybe he's gonna he's gonna look for a pit stop at the end of this lap. Most likely. Oh my god, I can't speak. Here comes Aiden down pit road. Hunted gonna join him. They're battling for 6 and 7. Oh. Sub able to build out a little bit of a of a gap between Anthony for P4 and 5. Maybe looking for hitting this time. 5 to go. Coming to 4 to go. Bully. I've said this multiple times. If he just doesn't get a drive-through penalty or hit CC's, maybe if he just hits, even if he hits like 1 or 2 CC's, he might be good because Discharge is 30 seconds behind. Here comes Joey down pit lane. Maybe he can make it interesting in speed, but he's into the wall, and he makes it boring and doesn't speed. Billy, most likely going on to win this race. But Discharge, he might be able to get out near. Make it somewhat interesting for this final 4 laps, but I think Billy is just so far ahead that he's now getting out of pit lane and he's still holding the lead. Just a wonderful drive by Billy. would be such a shame if he just hit it slow down. Sub currently on 21% tires. Might just, he's most likely gonna pit this time. Kimi coming out of the final turn. I think what Bloxing is just waiting for this final lap so he doesn't get disqualified. Kimi coming across the line, P3 right now. Discharge, does he have the juice to go battle Billy for the last 3 laps? Maybe he can also stay out. I think he has to pit one more time. Currently 22.2 tires. Emo, oh my god. Sub and Anthony both down pit lane. Sub able to get out ahead of Anthony. We might have a battle. Oh my god. Aiden and Winton might be battling for 6th and 7th place. Oh my god. Discharge currently has 19% tires. Hopefully he can make it back to pit road. I do believe if a caution comes out, it might end the race. I'm not sure. I think it's 3 to go, so hopefully Discharge doesn't blow a tire and wrecks out. Alright, here comes Discharge, 16% tires, 2 more corners. Well, whoa, and he's way off, making it interesting. Into pit lane, going to serve his final pit stop. Good on the speed. Where's Kimi? Kimi looks a little bit far back. Oh, but we have a battle for P6 and 7, but maybe for P5 also. Anthony going a little slow. Here comes Printed currently at 7th. Gonna look for 6. Oh my god, I'm such a child. I'm 19 19 by the way, I'm saying 6, 7 all over again. Welcome to 2026. Printed early looking for 6. Aiden getting back to 7th, oh my god. This might be the last time you see me on MCRN, so enjoy them while you can. Anthony gonna try and get far away from this battle as he can. 3 to go right now. But Discharge has a good distance on Kimi. Kimi actually hit a slowdown. Classic skill issue by Kimi. He won Atlanta yesterday, but I guess don't got it no more. I guess he just hit that roadblock so fast. But here comes Printed just shoving Anthony out of the way. Up into 5th, Anthony down into 7th. Aiden is still in 7th. Anthony side by side with Printed up into 5th. Printed gonna try and go on the outside. Yes, he will. But he's gonna go a little bit deep. Anthony gonna try and get back into that top 5. Gonna look to the inside. He might not get there. He's not gonna get there. Here comes Aiden. Aiden's gonna look to the outside. No, he's just gonna try and bump him out of the way. This ain't NASCAR. Or is just gonna wheel bang him. Out of turn 6, and now it's the turn 7. Oh my god. Printed middle way. Anthony just losing position after position so far. Next flag is gonna end the race. Billy currently on 2 to go. Printed misses the corner. Here comes Aiden. Gonna look for P5, but here comes Anthony. Might gonna look at 3 wide. Yes, he's gonna take it 3 wide. This is a battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Oh my god. Quinton might be going 3 wide. Here comes Aiden trying to. He's gonna defend on Quinton and Anthony, but Anthony's gonna get to the inside. Aiden gonna look for the inside, still 3 wide, Quinton on the inside, Aiden on the outside, Anthony's gonna back up, but he's gonna get the run, still 3 wide, oh my god, this is incredible. Aiden's just gonna push him out of the way. He might have to give that position up, Quinton through into 5th. Anthony up into 6th, and Aiden to the position behind that. Oh. Anthony's going to try and size up another run. They're going to get 2 to go down to the inside. Quinton, here comes Aiden just into the back of Anthony. Done that a million times so far. But Billy, we're going to turn his track for the final 2 or 3 laps. Oh, it's good to see back the fake Lightning McQueen car. But still a good battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Oh my god. But here comes Billy. And the final 2 turns. Into the final corner. Ernie the flag. Oh, we didn't bring Ernie. I guess he didn't have his pass point. Whatever his name is, Ernie Billy Bob Jr., the 7th junior, senior junior. He's not here to wave the white flag, but we're at the white flag. Billy, after the second half, has just blown away. Oh my god. Anthony looked like he had to slow down when we were focusing on the leader, but Billy through turns 1 and 2. We still are battling for 5th and 6th. That's into turn 9. Quinton a little bit wide. Quinton gonna lose out on 5th so far. Anthony looked like he's gonna be stuck in 7th. But after 6 and 7 complex. Discharge, you can see him right there. Oh, we have a caution, what happened? This is gonna end the race, I swear if it's no, it's a Bloxian, what happened? Oh no. Oh, the race is gonna end under caution. We're not gonna get the spectacular finish that we're gonna see. Oh no. So it's gonna be Billy is going to be your winner at the, oh my god, the stuff. Whatever. It's George the Flag, man. It's close enough. Okay, apparently Bloxian wins. Bloxian wins. Lightning McQueen wins. Let's go. Obviously, this is a joke. Billy wins in the stupidest car ever. He's cheating. Everyone's cheating. Everyone's banned from the race. I'm banned from. I'm gonna be banned from MCRN after this. Never put me in a booth. Here comes Discharge. The times are not going to be representative. He had a 30-second lead. 50-second lead over 3rd place. But Quinton and Aiden battling for 5th and 6th. They're going to come out of turn 6 and 7. Last one for the race. Just get it over with. We're going to have a 6-7 count on MCRN for this race. Maybe a new record ever on MCRN. Anthony's going to be in 7th. Well, Bloxian is going to be promoted up into 8th after sitting on pit lane. But here comes Billy out of the final corner. We don't have George. I'm gonna call him junior, senior, everything. The third. Bartholomew St. James. I don't know what I'm saying. George Mason. Go Gators. UCF. Let's go. Billy. He's gonna win here. Pull Ricard in France for the, I don't even know, Grand Prix. I think it's Love the City. Sure. Billy's gonna win. Kimi. No, discharge. P2. Kimi's gonna come into P3. Out of the final corner. Here comes Sub into turn 15. 14 and 15. He's just, I don't know what he's doing. He actually might lose out on P4. I'm pretty sure you have to cross the line. So we're gonna have to wait to see what happens. Okay, so it does cross the line. Emo, my god. Oh, and Printed coming across the line. He's gonna finish on 3 tires. He's making it exciting for once. He's gonna be in P5. Then hopefully he doesn't hit someone. Hit discharge, no damage, but that's gonna be Aiden P6, Anthony P7, and it depends on if Blockchain is 8th, but everyone just, oh my god, what a race. Alright, let's get Billy up in here before I lose my mind. Oh, where is he? Can he even talk? Where is he? Hello, Billy.
Hello, hello.
You have won the French, we're just gonna call it the French Grand Prix. You won here in France. It is your first win here in the Car 2000 series. How do you feel?
Yeah, really good racer. I think it's like a Grand Slam because I got good pole position thanks to Printed. Then in the race, I kinda run my own race in the first laps, but then I managed to come back to the lead and open that huge gap. And yeah, I'm really happy to get basically pole position, fastest lap, and the win here, which is the most important thing. Really good racing, and I want to apologize to DJ for like a little contact in the first laps of the race, but apart from that, really good race, I'd say.
Alright, so after, well, the first half for you was a little bit chaotic. You did have pole, then you probably dropped back to about P5, and then the second half you just had 20-second lead. How did you just manage that? What was going through your mind during that second half of the race?
Well, as soon as I catch up to the leaders, Kimi, discharge, I think it was, and I don't remember the other driver. When I got past them, I was like, just don't hit a corner cut, keep opening the gap, and I was trying to manage my tires because I was trying to get like one less pit stop, but it was not possible. So at one point in the final laps, I just say like, just full push, don't look back, and keep opening that gap.
Alright, with this win, and it's going to push you into the championship fight, how are you going to take that fight up for the next 5 races? And do you have your eyes set on maybe going for the championship and locking it up early in the season?
You know, everything is possible here in kart, but I'm just going to keep racing like I enjoy this race. I'm just going to keep racing like I always do, and if there's a shot for the championship, then I'll go for it. But for now, just enjoy it.
Alright, thank you, Bowie. That is your winner of the race. Sorry, Kimmy, I can't even say the race name. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna interview our second place driver, Discharge. I don't
Hey,
Hi Discharge.
hey.
Good race from you, ultimately coming up in P2. How's your race?
Uh, my race was very interesting. Uh, hit the corner cuts a few times, got held up a lot, and overall it was pretty good. I felt like I was the fastest, but Billy's strategy was just better. So I don't really know. That
I don't think I have where are you in points? I don't think
this is my first race.
All right, first race. How many points do you have? 17. So you're gonna be up with probably on like the top 6. So looking into the future, obviously I asked Billy this. How are you gonna prepare yourself for a potential championship fight?
Whenever the road courses are, because Bubble gets the ovals. So
Mm-hmm. All right, there is Discharge, your P2 driver. Now we're gonna get to Kimi, our series owner. Hello, Kimi.
Freaking CC. Ah.
So obviously you were having a pretty good race, and then you just hit the CCs. What went on in your head during that?
Nuclear bomb explosion.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna eat some baguettes later. We're in France. I'm gonna go to a French cafe, get some French coffee, French vanilla. Yep. I'm feeling pretty heated right now, but congrats to Billy. I'm gonna put you in the catchments. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do
Oh.
that.
Can we get race control on that?
This is not the pro. What is that?
All right. Who else do we got to interview? We're gonna interview who else we're gonna interview? Let's interview Dino. Hello, Dino. Obviously, you had a short end to the race
Yep, I did.
after wrecking out.
I
with
never
that
wrecked out.
points.
That's wrong.
Oh, you got disqualified. Oh yeah, my bad. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Before you got ultimately disqualified, your race was going pretty well. But how will the potential points loss change your motive of the rest of the season?
I'll still try to compete for the title. I knew I had the pace to be near quickest out there today, but that first yellow with DJ being a complete idiot and hitting Robloxian on pits really ruined my whole strategy. So I have to thank him for that, but I'll just try and keep on going forward until into Mexico, where I'm pretty sure I'll do good. Hoping that Anthony has the same kind of performance he did today, finishing 7th. So yeah.
So obviously you're gonna have to avoid getting disqualified and wrecking out for the next couple of races and for the rest of the season. How will you manage that, especially with your speeding penalties today?
It was close with the speed penalty. It was like 2 over. It sucked, but at the same time, people were just really slow around me on track and just going like incredibly slow in the apexes, which I think that's part of why the whole thing with Sub happened. He basically just kept it stuck on the apex when I was next to him. So apologize to him, but at the same time, people just need to go a bit quicker on the track. Also, excuse my voice. I'm partially sick right now.
All right, that's gonna do it for Dino. I think I'm gonna get one more driver in. One driver that was going under the radar, but we saw a lot of times battling up for the lead. It is Printed. Printed, how is your race so far? Or how's your race today? Obviously, we saw you battling up for the lead. We just want to get your point of view of that.
I mean, it sucks so really bad to not have gotten that P3 finish that, or top 3 finish that I would have liked. But I mean, a finish is a finish. I know I definitely had pace for the win, maybe, or just the top 3. But I mean, ever since that incident with Anthony and I let him through, that put me down like about 20 seconds, and I just knew my race was over. And yeah, I just tried to bring it home. Tried an undercut strategy. It almost worked. That's how I was battling with Anthony and Soup. Almost sub 2, but I mean, it wouldn't have worked in the end because I blew a tire in the final corner. So, but I'll take a. I don't even know if I have P5, but I'll take whatever I get. But I mean, disappointing race. Hopefully, I could do better in the future.
So with the next 5 races being road courses, do you think you could maybe push yourself up into that championship fight, maybe even fight for a top 5 in the final points standings?
For sure. My strength is road courses, so I mean, you will see me up there, hopefully. But I mean, championship fight might be possible. But I don't realistically see that happening with how inconsistent I am usually. But I mean, it's a possibility. I hope I take that chance and hopefully finish top 3 in the standings.
All right, thank you. That is going to do all for the interviews. We want to thank you from everyone here at MCRN and Kimi's Racing Enterprise for joining and tuning in for the La Vici, sure, Grand Prix here at Circuit Poicard in France. Our next race is going to be the Telcel Grand Prix in Mexico City. Going to be round 4. Then we're going to have the rest of the season. You don't want to miss out. It's going to be an amazing championship fight all until the end. I am Monkey. I was joined by Napa earlier in the race and the streamer Honey. We want to thank you for tuning in. And we will see you next time. We will be posting that sometime. I don't know when the next race is. We'll get it figured out soon enough. But we want to thank you. And see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Monk gets a DTP. Monk gets a DTP.